Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what a fucking asshole.
I was about to drink the microphone. So
No, you don't.
Thank God it's a podcast and not a...
Don't drink the microphone.
Stop the perky just to start it. Stop the perky just to start it. I too close to perfect just to warm it. Stop the perky just to start it. I too close to perfect just to
You ever look at your social media feed, like your Instagram or whatever, and then you ask, like, who the fuck are these people that I'm following and why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I didn't do it, or did I follow them like on purpose?
Yeah. Well, so that is what this whole thing is. So like a couple years ago, I was looking at my Facebook and I was like, I don't know who the fuck these people are. I'm going to start interviewing people that I'm friends with. And I want to know who the fuck they are and why I'm following them. And so we get that. So anyway, this is a real special episode of the ThaGawdcast because this is the first recording that I've done in person. I've been doing the remote shit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is a special edition.
Yay.
And I'm with the Brown Swan, a.k.a. Egypt the Dancer, a.k.a. Sharon Edmonds. What's up?
Hey, that was actually the crowd going nuts.
They were going fucking insane.
They were going crazy.
They were going fucking loony.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not just anybody, right? Because I don't just let anybody up on the ThaGawdcast. They have to be, I want to know who are these people I'm following, because usually people I'm following have some like wild shit going on, and you happen to be a choreographer, dancer, a model, a dance teacher, instructor, a youth mentor, a person of many talents. How'd you get all these talents?
I like how you put that.
Yeah.
I think either you're born with it or you're not.
Ooh.
And I, in fact, happen to be
Born
with
with
it. Yes, right. No. I was introduced to it very, very young. And really, really liked it and took it serious very young. So it's always been like that.
So I thought that, like, because we had talked before, you're one of the people that I've actually hung out with prior to actually doing a ThaGawdcast episode. And we both do arguably white people shit, right? Like, I am an improviser, right? There's only one black improviser. It's Wayne Brady, and no one else. Who the fuck else does it? It's Wayne Brady, and then apparently me and the rest of Affirmative Distraction. Right.
Right, correct.
And you are a classically trained ballerina?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's some white people shit.
Yeah, because if I ask you, what black ballerina do you know? Everybody's going to say
Misty Copeland. Yes.
Yes, because who else? Can you name a second person?
Wayne Brady.
As a
Wayne
ballet.
Wayne Brady doesn't do ballet?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, I assume that he did both.
Exactly.
He had to do both.
I bet you can't name two.
No, I cannot.
You cannot name. So, yeah.
So that's interesting. So, like, how did you get into ballet?
When I was 4 years old, when I was 3, my grandma got custody of me.
Okay.
And when I was 4, that's when you can start ballet lessons at Ballet Met. That's where I went. So it's by Columbus State. It's the best school, like, around here.
Right.
I mean, once you get to New York, it's whatever. But Ballet Met is, like, as good as it gets.
So at 4, she put you in Ballet Met.
Yeah.
So what, like, did she just... Like, you were just a dancing ass little girl, and she was like,
I was a smart mouth little girl.
Okay.
Who needed to do something. And she had put my sister, who she had custody of, put her into ballet.
Okay.
When she was 4. And my sister at that time was 8.
Okay.
And when my grandma got me, I was 4, my sister was 8.
Okay.
My sister was already doing ballet, so it only made sense. Pop her into it, too.
So is your sister also ballet?
She did it for a second.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was more recreational, I would say.
Okay.
You
Well,
know
I think
she stopped at a certain age and just was like, okay, I got other shit to do.
Well, that's cool.
Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you can cuss on here.
Okay, I didn't know.
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you say some shit that you don't fucking want, I'll edit this. Just you'll fucking listen to it.
So I'm definitely gonna do it just to be ignorant.
Yeah, you'd be like, I don't like this shit, and then I'll just cut it out.
And I'll be like, drugs, drugs, no hugs. God, we're off.
So, well, yeah, this is gonna continue to go off the rails. How did we meet? Why are you following me? How did you start following me?
Okay, I started following you because we were both selected kind of to be a part of a program called Youth Mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little adult program where we're mentoring and doing all that cool shit. And we had our first meeting and we met up at Brewdog off of Rich. Whatever the fuck.
Wherever the fuck. Rich and whatever. Yeah.
Rich, poor, I don't know. Well, we met up and you sat by me because there was nowhere else to sit.
So that was funny. So like I remember sitting next to you after, like I met you like again, right? Because when I sat by you, I remember like it was your birthday and you said that you were trying to leave or whatever.
Because I wanted to get drunk.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, hey girl, I got you a gift. And I gave you some ketchup. It was a side of ketchup. It was some condiments. That's what I gave you. And you were just kind of like, because you didn't know that I was there. You thought I was probably there to be a model because you just saw my good looks.
That's
and
like, dude, when I tell you, I was like, that's the model. Because, she mentioned like, there's models and dancers and actors, comedians. And I was like, when you walked in, I said, they said that Marquita's the model, but I don't really think that that's her. I really think it's you.
That's understandable. It was just
like I totally got it confused, but
too much fucking sauce.
Yeah,
and
it was
drip.
a bit much.
Yeah, and I understand it's what the young people they call it swag. That's what they call it.
Yeah,
they still call it that. I think they call it swagger. And I had so much. It was oozing out my yin yang. Is what there's the rap lyric goes, or something like that. But no. So I tried to offer you some ketchup as a birthday gift. And you just kind of halfway rolled your eyes at me, sort of ignore me, and then you dipped out early because you had to. I
was like, yeah, well, it's getting late. I'm about to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then then I sat by Jay for the rest of the thing, and then I started fucking with Marquita. That's when because she was there and she was talking, and I was talking all types of fucking reckless. I don't know. Marquita's fine.
And she's fine as hell. And her personality makes
it better. Her personality
it's like a whoop. Yeah,
I think she did that. Like,
I love her.
I do. She's tall.
She's tall as fuck. She's 6 feet.
Yeah.
6 feet are just awesome.
Yeah, and like, being a 6'2" guy, right? You don't see very many women that are that tall.
Make actual eye contact.
Yeah. Yeah. So a woman just making eye contact and you're just standing there and she just fucking staring at you, it makes you feel, I feel good about that.
Gorgeous.
What do you think about this? What do they call that? Body positivity.
I think the body positivity is great.
I think it's great also.
And I commend Liz for that, being a woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
A black woman who has, we all have our insecurities. And
I think body positivity is fantastic. I think you should feel positive about your body, And
Terrence,
just because you feel positive about your body.
Shut up.
That is
now.
Me. I'm supposed to. Well, I'm supposed to like that. I don't like that.
I want to fucking smack you.
We like what we like. You know what I'm saying? We like what we like.
I hate him.
I don't like that shit.
I fucking hate.
I like big girls. I like big girls. I like big girls. The best thing about big girls is that like everything you touch feels like a titty. Oh wait, I forgot. It's being recorded.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah. When you with a big girl, anything you grab, it feels like a titty. So it's great.
That is kind of cool. Like that's like not one titty, not two, but like
16,
7. Oh shit! Fucked with a bitch with 16 titties.
17. If you count the fupa, the fupa, that also feels like a titty. See, that's what I'm saying. You were sleeping on that.
That's a big titty.
You know what I'm saying? But now.
Oh, but not that like that's big for a titty. Fupas is big.
That is a real big titty. The bigger, the better. The more, the merrier. One of my
Do not body shame us. Small girls, little boobs matter, as well as little booties matter.
All booties matter.
Yes, and all boobies.
All boobies matter. Yeah.
Like, just because we're smaller doesn't mean that we are less of a woman.
No, not at all. Look, I tell this to people all the time. I feel like I've been living someone else's dream for a while, because like the last few girls that I've dated have all had like really big titties, right? Yeah. And that's not really my shit. That should be
you like
there.
Big asses.
Yeah.
Everybody's an ass man.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's not just
I'm
the
a boob girl.
I'll tell you what I like. It's the lower. It's the thighs. That's the ass. You know what I mean? Is all right. But the thigh game, for you? Yes.
It's the thighs for you.
It's the thighs for me. The thighs and the legs is where it's popping.
Oh, shit.
So if you got like, nice thighs, you probably got the nice ass. But if you don't, you know what I mean? Like that shit is all right. I like the silhouette.
You know what's crazy? By the way, I have very nice legs, although you guys cannot see me.
Yeah, we can't see them. They're blue right now. They're blue. So obviously we started talking about the youth program.
Oh, we did? I hadn't noticed.
But like, how did you get picked for that? Why did Tiff pick you? Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Like,
okay, well, I was referred by an old friend, but that person had got picked. They didn't go to the showcase. Very, very talented individual, but she was like, "Yeah, I know a girl who dances."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
okay.
Yeah, and then I came on my birthday. This is how you know, and I wanted to not do it.
Most people try to come on their birthday.
Right. I honestly, because it was like, when it's my like birthday week, I don't give a fuck. Like, right. Fuck you and your family, pretty much.
So we just turn up your entire birthday week. That's the game?
That's what I used to do when I was younger, but now I'm 27. I can't do that anymore.
So you don't have the needs to turn up all week?
I'll turn up whenever I want to.
Fair enough.
So now let's keep in mind I teach kids.
Like
heavy on the kids.
Like 8 and under?
I like 12 and under.
12 and under.
Being a young teacher.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
So
because I started teaching probably like 3 years ago. So okay. I was 24. I look my age and I'm kind of like I'm fun. I'm kind of a free spirit, so I kind of give off a younger aura, maybe.
Yeah.
Not maybe. I do. And sometimes kids think that, or teenagers specifically, because they're my size.
Yeah.
They have more than me. They're like the same. We're like standing by each other, and they just kind of don't. I don't know. I feel like might sometimes treat me as if, or have less respect because they look at me as one of their equals versus looking at me as a superior as they would a 60-year-old teacher.
So you think if you had more age lines and bags under your eyes, then the kids would give you more respect?
A little bit. And also I think because I feel like that, I think that comes, they read that. And that makes them feel away as well. So it's really my mindset going into it. I already have that in my mind. Anyways, and then it was just like, I was like, do it. Because what else do you have to do? All I've been doing is drinking quarantine. I was like, I can teach some fucking kids and drink. Why not?
You can do both.
You like your daughter. Most people don't like their kids.
I do like my daughter. I like my daughter a lot.
How you raise somebody you don't even like? Like, you can't even... but you raise them, though, and they act like that, but you raise them. Keep that in mind.
So, I think one of the things is... Your
kid learned that behavior from somewhere.
I don't think people have, like, a healthy relationship with their kids, right?
They don't. Or their parents.
Yeah. I think a lot of times, it's not on the kid to have a healthy relationship with the parent. It's the parent's responsibility to have the healthy relationship with the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their responsibility. And I think a lot of times... especially when you start getting like black folks and poor folks and all of that, we're out here trying to fucking make it, right? So we're working all of these hours trying to get this job.
Living in goddamn
right
certain situations that are not easy.
And then, because we've already stressed out because we were trying to fucking make ends meet and all that shit. Now we got these fucking kids
that be talking,
so then we go
talking
to the
like
kid.
acting like us, doing what we do.
Right, and then because kids are gonna do kid shit. You know what I mean? And you have to be able to separate yourself and acknowledge like this is a child being a child. You have to teach them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, granted, what everybody tells me is you don't have kids, so you can't say. But I've been a kid.
Yeah.
I've had a parent. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
you absolutely can say.
I can say.
You can
I can
say.
say this. I will say stuff like a friend of mine does the whole, like, yell at the kid, like, all day. Like, as soon as he does something, you scream at him. Like, damn.
Doesn't work.
Okay, he was being loud because he was jumping around. He's a
That's what kids do, right?
Has energy, right?
Right.
And you're gonna like just cut, nigga, sit the fuck down, motherfucker! Like, whoa, it just escalates.
That's
no
awful.
patience.
No, because
like,
you can't. Because the kid doesn't learn how to deal with conflict, right?
Kids are scared. That's why I can't deal with conflict. I'm learning as an adult, and that sucks.
Yeah.
It's like I wish I would have like when somebody's wrong. If you're wrong, apologize. I don't give a fuck if it is your kid.
I apologize to my daughter all the time.
I apologize. I took my anger out on you. It wasn't your fault. You know, something like that can go a long way. Like nobody ever, just because you're mad, that has nothing to do with your child. I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to do that to my kids. I don't want to wake my kids up and be all mad. Like get the fuck up, hurry the fuck up. Like what? Who wants to wake up to that? My grandma woke us up an hour and a half prior to when we had to be to school. We had breakfast.
Yeah.
Had time to like.
Do you say breakfast?
Open your eyes.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Shut the fuck up.
Breakfast. I heard breakfast.
You probably did. It's the one.
It's just where you come from. I like that. Some people say breakfast. My dad says breakfast.
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 We say breakfast. Okay, breakfast. Breakfast. If I'm not thinking about it, I'm gonna say breakfast. But it's stuff like that. Like, why are you? Can you imagine starting your day and you just got beat and screamed at like for 30 minutes like that? And who wants to rush like that every?
And you can't. You have to teach. The kids learn from you. So like, if there is a conflict, you have to be able to talk it out, and you have to teach them that's how you talk it out. Like if you just scream or you just start beating your kid because they messed up, like they don't learn how to resolve conflict.
And then you get mad when they go to school and
punch somebody and all that.
Why'd you beat? Because bitch, you beat me.
Exactly.
For nothing.
Exactly.
So I'm beating on other people.
I've never struck my daughter and never will. You know what I mean? Like
I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's necessary. I'd rather take away things that are important versus.
It's not. Like why would you hit a child?
Because if you hit me, I'm still gonna do the same thing.
The only thing I think hitting a child teaches them how to avoid getting hit. It doesn't teach them the lesson. You know what I mean? Okay. Like if you have like a conversation, it's like the reason why you shouldn't do this is because it's dangerous, or you shouldn't do that because it's not healthy, or you shouldn't do that because people won't want to play with you if you show bad behaviors. Yeah, but if you just fucking start smacking the kid, then they don't learn why they're not supposed to do that. Yeah. Oh, if I do that, I'll get hit.
And now if I feel away or feel angry, I can like express that by smacking other people.
Exactly.
So now I show my emotions through smacking bitches.
So I think it's great that you are able to pick that concept up.
Being childless.
Yeah, and I don't understand why people. And also, I mean, like I feel like being childless is fine because like. I've never flown a helicopter, all right? I'm not a helicopter pilot. But if I go outside and I see there's a fucking helicopter in a tree, then I would say, that's not the way you're supposed to land that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to land that on the ground, not in a fucking tree. So you don't need to fucking have a helicopter's license and low to know when some shit is wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I didn't even get beat. Like, people be like, did you get beat? Like, no. I mean, I got whoopings. Mm-hmm. And my grandma got custody of me when she was 67. So just imagine, like, when I was older and I was 4.
67.
Yeah, she's 90 now. So by the time she was whipping us, she was in her 70s.
Right.
That shit didn't hurt.
Right.
That shit didn't teach me anything. You want to know what got me? Never did this in my life. Dance used to come before, and school was important, but dance was up there with school.
Right.
Like, I would miss school sometimes to dance.
Right.
She took away my dance lessons for 1 week. I will never get in trouble again.
Yeah.
She took away what was most important. She would take away my books. We didn't have TVs back in our room and shit. We had one in the living room and the kitchen, but not in our rooms.
Right.
She would take my books when I was on punishment, so I couldn't read. Now you're fucking with me, because that's really all I used to do. The only thing that helped me escape, she took my books away. I'd be like... That used to, not that little ass whipping. Right. That was over in 5 minutes and I could go back and do the same thing.
I feel it. Yeah, no, that's...
As a woman, I get my hair done often. Mm-hmm. If I don't like it, that's a thing with women. They
never say shit about it.
Do you know how that feels to sit in a chair for hours and then to get spun around because they do the little spin?
What do you think?
And you're like, your eyes are watering.
Yeah.
Your teeth are chattering.
I want to be clear. All women do this. Black women,
so it's not just
white
me.
women.
So it's not just me.
I've heard so many women have this conversation.
I won't say shit, and we'll be crying and mad as I'll be in the car like, oh my god.
And I ask this of all women. I say, why don't you tell your stylist that you didn't like that shit?
Because it's not like food.
But then you go back to the same motherfucking stylist next month or week or whatever the fuck it is, and they just keep fucking your shit up.
Expecting different results.
I knew this girl, and she, same shit. It was like one of her really good friends was a stylist, and she's like, she always fucks up my hair. And I'm like, did you ever tell her that you don't like what she's doing? And no, the answer is no. So
it's not just me. So that's a woman thing.
It's absolutely a woman thing.
So y'all
just be getting your.
I think
shit
that's
all
like
fucked
being
up.
passive aggressive. That's. I thought that was just me being me. Like, oh, my hair, I got the bang. I didn't ask for it, but I'm not gonna say nothing. Yeah. You ask for a bob and you get the bang, big bang.
Yeah. So what's up with this whole thing we're supposed to do? Like at some point we're supposed to have some get together or whatever.
Okay, I guess we're supposed to have a little bonfire.
Yeah, are you doing that shit?
Am I gonna go?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Any opportunity to drink and be around fire, I'm there. Like, what the fuck?
All right, there you go.
It's cold though. Like,
I'm
kind of thinking like it's fucking freezing in
here.
Yeah.
But next week though, it's supposed to be like 70.
Okay, so I do my workshop the 14th.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm nervous about is the area we were in last week.
So next week we're supposed to be at the Dodd, like the actual place that
so we'll be inside in like a room. Okay, because I was thinking like I think the kids will still be cold if they're dancing.
Yeah, you should.
And I think the kids like it.
The kids do.
They love it.
The kids like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like
being
a mentor, but still like because I haven't did mine yet, but I've been to like almost everybody's, and it's like fun.
Yeah, the kids.
Hell, even for me as an adult participating.
Same. So like that's what I think.
The improv was probably my favorite.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Never mind. I'm lying. It was the modeling for me. You can't tell a nigga shit.
Yeah, you welcome. You know what I mean? But no, how was it though? Like
it was awesome. Like leave it the fuck alone, Terrence. Move on.
Well, no. So I want to be clear because that's what I enjoy like going there because as an adult.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Like me and fucking Marquita had fucking fun. Like
so, I thought it was cool. Like working with Marquita because I've never had the opportunity to sit and work with a model and ask her questions.
Right.
So like that type of shit was cool because I was interested in it, and then being able to sit and talk to a classically trained ballerina, like I've never had that opportunity. So like as an adult, like being able to talk to someone about their craft. And even last week when Sam Rothstein was there and you know what I mean, he was talking about the songwriting and all of that, but just do like standard songwriting, right? And my daughter was super excited about it because she wrote her fucking
hell yeah, she wrote the fucking first,
the hook. She wrote the hook. Obviously you've been classically trained dancer, all of that. What does it take to be a good dancer? I mean, I don't know shit. I would imagine flexibility and balance and rhythm.
Consistency.
Okay.
Is most important because everything has to be developed over time, literally over time. You don't some people have it naturally, some people don't. I don't have flexibility naturally. I'm more muscle built, so that's more tense. I have bulky muscle, so that's tense.
Okay.
A lot of more ballet dancers are lean. They're typically skinny, white girls, with a different build, and they're more limber because they don't really have that much muscle tone.
Yeah.
So consistency, you have to develop certain things like feet. I don't have really good feet.
Yeah.
I don't really have a big arch. Why? Honestly, it's like known. Most African Americans have like a flatter foot. We have less of an arch.
Right.
More like indigenous people, like brown people, any people, we have different physiques.
So you and I had talked about this before,
Correct.
and because you had told me, and I thought this was really fascinating because I didn't know you were talking about ballet and how you had talked about how like the leggings with the classical ballet outfit are supposed to be like flesh colored, and obviously if you're brown skin, that shit isn't gonna be flesh color.
Yeah, so they're called pink tights, but pink is like,
Yeah.
it's a light pink. It goes with the less melanated people's skin.
Yeah. And also, and kind of the same thing what you had said about like the way women are built, like, you know what I mean, obviously like black women being a little bit thicker, and the hair in a certain style, like in the bun, and if you got like locks or braids or natural, you can't do the hair. Like, what are some of those things that like, because not knowing anything about the art, obviously I've seen ballerinas, but I don't know like the art. So like, what are some of those things? Obviously, some of those things we touched on, like
so like you have the physical things. You have not being shaped, you know what I'm saying, a certain type of way, which means things look a little bit different.
Yeah.
So in leotards and tights, like,
yeah,
the few black girls it just looked like, we had shit poking in the back. Not necessarily me. But, you know what I mean? And they would always be like, suck your butt in. And I still do it to this very day.
Yeah.
Just subconsciously will like squeeze my butt in because you're supposed to be straight. You know what I'm saying? Their body's supposed to be like this. That's why my posture is like that.
Right.
They don't want this. They don't want that. They don't want a butt sticking out. You're supposed to like suck it in and lift everything up. So that's that. And then like, okay, so I've been in the Nutcracker probably 3 times at the Ohio Theater. I was probably like 10-ish, 11-ish, and 13-ish. They have makeup. You know what I'm saying? So they have somebody who helps with the makeup and does the makeup. They didn't have makeup for black girls.
Right.
So that definitely was an issue. Yeah. Or tones that suited us. Because I can't wear the same blush that Pale Mary's wearing.
Right.
I need something that's for black fucking people.
Right.
Like, you can't, oh my God, I remember. I will never forget this. I went and got my hair done. Because I always, hair was always done. Went and got a flat iron. We had to have a bun.
Right.
Cool. I typically didn't have buns because I typically have braids like most African American girls do.
Right.
Protective styles. But for the Nutcracker, I got a bun. Went and got my hair straightened. And when I had got to the Ohio Theater, they were doing a check on everybody, how they looked, their makeup. And I remember they put this this fucking blush on me that looked like ridiculous. They tried to do their makeup on me, which didn't work. And they also sprayed hairspray.
Ooh.
And it was like the what was it? What is it? Suave?
Right.
Like the little dollar hairspray sprayed so much in my hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they sprayed all the girls' hair. You know what I'm saying? Because that slicks their shit up, gets their shit, whatever, so it can stay. I didn't need that shit. I already had Pro Style in my hair.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit fucked my hair up. My grandma was so mad.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Type shit. It would be stuff like that. Or they would really be tell my grandma, her hair looks nice, but it's a requirement to have a bun.
Right.
My grandma said, do you do her hair?
Yeah. So that's interesting. I mean, and obviously, that's, I mean, and I think that's one of the cool things about meeting you, because my daughter loves dance and she did ballet and all of that. But having a black daughter, you know what I mean? Some of the things that she's not going to be able to do. You know what I mean? Or, so I think that's.
What I will say is, it will be, and I'm not going to say that's not going to be. It's not going to be easier for her.
Yeah.
But it's
progressed since then.
What I'm saying is, for certain things, say if she was me.
Yeah.
Went to Ballet Met and did all that, she would be afforded more opportunities.
Yeah.
Because of her appearance.
Because she's light skinned.
Yes.
Yeah. And she has.
Or just little thing.
Straighter hair. Or her hair's not fucking straight by
you know what I'm saying?
But she doesn't have braids.
And that's just what it is. If there's a show and they're we want 3 black men who are 6 feet, they're gonna get 3 black men who are 6 feet. When you're in the entertainment world, you have to you gotta know that.
Right.
Some people are amazing, but they'll never be anything because of how they look.
Yeah.
or how they are. You know, they don't have that charisma. They don't have that special thing.
So I think like that's interesting. So even, you know, kind of talking about dance specifically, me doing improv as a black improviser, there was our own lane that was created, right? Because like if you know about improv, you know whose line is it anyway, and then like improv is largely a white man's hobby.
Yeah, I know two things.
Wilding out.
That's it.
Those are the two things.
That's it.
And so the classical trained improvisers would be the same thing as like the classically trained ballerinas. It's very white. There's not, you know what I mean? Like
so it's me like bringing, it's rare.
Right. So coming in, bringing my flair, talking about, I guess one of the best examples I use a lot, like if you get suggestions from the crowd and you say a boy band, give me a boy band.
NSYNC.
Right. 98 Degrees, you know, whoever the fuck else, right? Like you'll get that from a white audience. You go to a black audience, you ask for a boy band, H-Town, Boys to Men, Troop, fucking Jodeci, you
Temptation,
know what I mean? Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
The Jackson 5,
right? And
shit.
And then like as far as the comedy,
I love our people.
The people that are
hilarious.
If you're in the crowd, then it has to be relatable, right? So if I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like I go and I'm just making some references to fucking H-Town or the five tops, the high tops, or
the low tops. I don't know.
Or whoever the fuck, Jackson 5, they are going to not always get it because they'll be expecting some other shit like
some fucking One Republic. I mean, my bad. And I teach children. People be like, you. And I'm like, damn good at it. People be shocked. Like, you teach what? Like, what do you teach them? Like, ballet. Like, you teach? You do ballet?
I think it's probably because you have you see, one, like, talking to you have a nice calm about yourself most of the time. And I feel like kids would be able to vibe with your chill existence.
I'm gonna be myself.
Yeah.
And I have something childlike about me.
Yeah.
Which is relatable. You have something childlike about you.
I do.
You're not childish.
Yeah.
But you have like how kids, when I mean childlike, I mean like open.
Yeah.
Like that sponge that soaks stuff in. You don't act like one of those people. Like adults sometimes get stuck in their ways. They don't like to learn new things or try new things.
Right.
Kids do.
They love it.
That's why I love kids. Kids will do fucking anything. If you're like fucking go rumble tumble and jump into a buck and split, they'll be like,
they're just open to it.
They're like, okay, shit. I don't even know what that is. I'm fucking they're gonna do some old dumbass roll or some shit, but they're gonna try some shit. You get adults that are like, I can't because I mean, yesterday, like I gave blood and I can't really do that because
I also think that adults they get into that zone where they're too fucking cool. Like they don't want to look like they don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't give a fuck. I'm just too my body is tore up from the floor.
I will I like, you know, but yeah, I think that's that's delicious, ain't it? It's good as fuck.
It's alright.
Yeah. So I know that you were doing some you were doing at the Pelican Room, you were doing the dance and sips. Mm-hmm. What is a dance and sip session?
A dance and sip. It was I think it was 2.5 hour class that was done at a club, and the first hour, 45 minutes an hour, the women got to come to the bar and wine taste and get hors d'oeuvres and mingle and talk to each
horse
other.
Divorce?
Hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, okay. I got you. Yeah.
Hours d'oeuvres.
Hors.
Hours d'oeuvres.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Hours d'oeuvres. They got to eat some of those. Mm-hmm. And, mingle. Mm-hmm. Be grown and sexy. And then the second portion was me teaching them a dance. I decided to involve a chair because the crowd was a little bit older than I expected, and I wanted them to have a little bit of stability. So that goes to show I do care.
Which was, I think that's they needed to have more stability because they're older, huh? Was they doing like the sexy Beyonce chair dance, or was that Rihanna with the sexy? I think they both did the sexy chair.
They were doing neither.
Okay.
I wouldn't describe it as either or. I would probably say they were giving me more like they were good.
Yeah.
I was proud of them, and I thought that it was an amazing class.
Yeah.
I was very, very proud.
Do you think because it was a dance and sip, so they got to sip a little bit, you think that made them a little bit more comfortable to do their thing?
So here's the issue. I said it backwards. We actually, I think, did the sip afterwards.
Ah, okay.
So that was the issue. And then I was like, when I do my own, because I did that for somebody hired me to do that. But I was like, if I do my own, because people were like, ooh, we want to. And I was like, I would do the wine first.
Yeah.
They needed it.
So they get
we're kind of little, shy. You're shy. You don't know people.
Yeah, loosen up.
But, you get that liquid courage.
You're
feeling spicy.
That's usually the only time I dance. After I have, I have some Woodford Reserve, perhaps, or I'll have some of this. I like how this is facing the camera, so it looks like we're fucking promoting Woodford Reserve.
Like, nigga, pay us.
Yeah.
Pay me, fuck you.
Distiller Select. So that's a fascinating thing, right? So you teach people to do the dance. So you have a dance and sip. Are there just some people that you just fucking can't teach how to dance, or can anybody learn how to dance?
I can. So my specialty, in my opinion, is teaching. I call them my babies. So I've taught 3-year-olds. Mm-hmm. So there's really not an adult that I feel like I can't teach.
Yeah.
It's all about how you explain it to somebody and show somebody.
Yeah. People
learn different ways. Sometimes you have to break shit down differently. If I can break it down to a 3-year-old, if you can't dance to a 3-year-old's level, then you shouldn't even fucking be here.
My daughter was trying to teach me how to do a TikTok, and I was struggling like a motherfucker. You
were struggling. I struggled.
Yeah.
The one I did when I did the showcase, the Renegade.
Yeah.
That was not like easy for me. Like, and I'm trained, but I'm trained in what I'm trained in. People assume because I'm what am I?
What are you? Classically trained?
Avatar, but I'm also African American.
Oh yeah.
As well. I don't know if
you're just supposed to dance.
What dance would you assume I did looking at me?
Oh, so like you would do
being
like
around me. What would you assume?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So yeah, like what are they, like modern dance or like hip hop dance or some shit like that? Yeah, yeah.
Hip hop is what I'm least comfortable in.
Interesting. Yeah.
I would pick lyrical, contemporary, modern, ballet, all of that before I pick to do hip hop.
Why is that?
That is because that's my least natural thing.
Yeah.
I have natural capabilities a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's because I was trying to be a smart dancer.
Yeah.
Because I don't have it physically to be a dancer. If I was running track, okay, maybe.
Okay.
But no, like hip hop is. I can do hip hop. Mm-hmm. But here's how you know what type of dancer somebody is. If you say freestyle, say I'd be like, just go out there and dance.
Right. I would go I'd go do the Running Man.
Okay, so yeah, you're a
and then I would do the whoa. And
you
then
do the what?
The whoa.
Okay.
And then I might
the whoa.
And then I might
all
do
letters.
And then I might do the shot. The shoot. I would do the shoot. Yeah.
Oh God.
So I would do the shoot.
Please get him out of here.
I would do the shoot, the whoa. And then I might do the butterfly is old, so I probably would do the Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll, and I would do like some pirouettes and some like I do some like modern contemporary.
Okay.
Hip hop is like second nature to me.
Yeah.
People assume.
Yeah.
That's why my bio says dance like ballet and shit.
Every time I see you, you be moving. You just be moving. Like you're always you like I feel like you're active. You're a very active person. What do you do to relax?
This.
Yeah. Bomb the clutch. Ting-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah. Yeah. I do this.
Yeah.
And reading.
Writing. Okay. And arithmetic. Reading. Writing.
I was about to say something.
Oh, what was you gonna say?
Something appropriate. So yeah. I'm not gonna say it.
I want to hear it. We'll edit it.
Thank you for listening to ThaGawdcast. This part of the conversation is none of your damn business. We'll be back to you in approximately 10 seconds.
Is that's how we relax?
Reading, writing, dancing,
Relaxation.
eating.
Because
I like to eat.
You do eat out a lot.
I know.
So you eat out a lot.
And I be by myself sometimes, and it'd be like 8 plates.
8 plates.
I'd be ordering like 2 appetizers, fucking 2 entrees, a dessert, 2 drinks, like.
Getting it.
They'd be like, "Are you expecting somebody?" Like, no.
This is just me.
Bring extra bread, please.
Not to spend too much time on it because we talked about it a little bit, but like going to the ballet met, the classic school. What's it like what's life like for a little black girl in an all white? I would assume a largely white environment.
It was a largely white environment, and I definitely had some. I had some great experiences, and I had some not so great experiences.
Yeah,
I had identity issues. I feel like.
Yeah.
As a child, because you feel left out, because it was probably 2 black girls out of a class of like 18.
Right.
And that's typically how every class was. It was multiple classes, multiple levels, and it just wasn't a lot of ethnicity within.
Yeah.
So that alone makes you feel a little left out. The hair thing makes you feel singled out because that was made a big deal.
Right.
I know as like a dance teacher and educator, when you want something or you put a rule out there, you expect it to be followed.
Right.
Right. So, no, it doesn't matter what the fuck's going on. So, if you want everybody to have a bun, why does, like, little Shaniqua get to have her hair with beads?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And get to do all that. That makes you feel a little... Also... It was not many little black girls that were as good as the white girls.
Right.
Because most of them were on scholarship. They could only take a certain amount of classes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They couldn't take.
How many, like, I'm gonna just make an assumption. Like, during that time, how many black teachers or instructors did you have?
1.
Yeah.
And she taught Afro-Caribbean. Shocker,
yeah.
Right?
And I think that's why, like meeting you and there's like some people that I've come across with, I think that shit is dope because representation is so important, right? So like you being a dance teacher and teaching other kids how to do ballet as a black woman, right? And so your experience can be shared to them where, if you had maybe like a black dance instructor, like, you know what I mean, she could have been able to guide things a little bit differently because she knew, what was popping.
Yeah, it would have been different.
Yeah.
Because what they did was when you were black and you were good, I was good.
Yeah.
Like I was good.
Yeah.
But because of my body, my lack of flexibility, I quit ballet when right after point shoes. Like a whole year after point shoes. I did point shoes for a year. And then I quit. My feet were so... Not like... I was the only black girl in point.
Right.
So the other people I started with in the beginning weren't there, you know what I'm saying, at the end. At the end, it was just me, and it was 15 other white bitches.
Right.
They were fire. Their arches are like this. So going up on point shoes is not that bad.
Right.
My feet are like this. So what I have to do to get on point is bring it up here. Like, it hurt. It was painful. And it was more, they didn't understand. They're like, you can do it. Like, and I'm like, you guys don't understand for real. Because, like, it hurts everybody to stand on your toes on some wood.
Sure.
In point shoes, it's essentially like wood.
Who the fuck?
Wood on the bottom. Like, who the fuck was like, dance on your toes?
Yeah,
on
whose
wood?
fucking idea was that, by the way?
A fucking cunt.
Yeah, what a fucking asshole.
I was about to drink the microphone. So
No, you don't.
Thank God it's a podcast and not a.
Don't drink the microphone.
Yeah, so that happened. That was the thing. And that's when I kind of quit. I was like, yeah, this shit hurts. And y'all fucking my feet up. Fuck y'all.
So, a lot of I've interviewed a lot of like comedians and musicians, other artists, and I always ask them. So I'll pose the question to you: what is your dance DNA? So, like, if you were to create a routine, like, who are your influences and who kind of comes into your creative process?
Abby Lee Miller.
Abby Lee Miller? Okay.
From Dance Moms and Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition. Mm-hmm. Debbie Allen. And Susan Bradford Kunta. She is a part of Treson West. She's the artistic director, but Treson West African Dance Institute, and I was part of her dance company for about like 8 years.
Word.
So she was a mentor of mine, who I appreciated her style of teaching, which was very tough.
Yeah.
Very heavy on the very like
She was like a task.
She was like a throw shit at your feet because your feet ain't high enough.
Yeah. And that's a dance. That's a black instructor or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's from Columbus. She's in affiliation with the Lincoln Theater. Everybody else I named was
of the other suasion.
Hmm?
It was the other persuasion, like Caucasian. It was a Caucasian.
Abby Lee Miller.
Bumbaclot. I don't know.
Her name is Abby Lee Miller.
Yeah.
She is creative director of Dance Moms that was on Lifetime. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sia.
Yeah, I'm
who
familiar
is
with Sia.
one of my. She is my favorite artist.
Sia, the artist.
Sia, the artist.
So let me tell you about Sia. All right, I'm gonna flex a little bit because I knew what Sia looked like before she started got popping. Before she started popping.
I don't know what she looks like.
So I got hip to Sia because there is a group called 07, and they are it's a group of like what are they? They're like European English. I think they're from England, but they're the producers. They make the music, and so they put out a couple of albums, and occasionally they would get like kind of a feature singer, and so she was on one of their first projects, and you hear this voice, and it's this beautiful voice, but at the time she wasn't really popping, and that was Sia. And so if you look at some of their old projects, she was in the studio performing with them, like some of the videos, she was doing her thing. But then when she went solo, she started hiding her face.
Yes, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because if I'm obsessed about something, I'm going to like research it.
Yeah.
So she does that. She basically said, like, I want to be able to fucking go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Like, she just wants to be regular.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you don't know who she is, she hides her face so that when she goes into public, nobody will know. She goes out into public just like us. And you don't know who the fuck she is because when she is in her artist creative form, she is covered.
She's covered, yeah.
She's covered, or she performs facing backwards.
Yeah, no, she's dope. 07.
Who the fuck? Oh, I'm gonna perform. You like what? I probably passed Sia today.
And
at the gas station. Didn't know it was her.
So, is there anything that you want to promote? Anything you got going on right now?
There is currently nothing that I have going on right now. But stay tuned because soon in 2021, the year of the GOAT, I will be having something in the works that's going to be amazing for kids 4 to 17.
Very nice. You could be anywhere in the world, but I appreciate that you are with me right now. I am The God Show. I am with...
I am Egypt the Dancer.
And for the ThaGawdcast, we are out.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that took all all my brain juice.
Yeah.
Until like think about it.
If you know, you know. Yeah, that was.
And I still don't think I got it right.
I don't know if you did,
No,
but we'll just let it
I
go.
feel like that sounded fucked up.
Well, maybe we'll edit this. So, yeah, still working on it.